in rally, you are just you, your driver, the car, the road, and nothing else matters.
Going into that event, I've never done it before. I've heard many stories about that event. It was one of the toughest events I've ever done in my life.
I mean, it was something special in the car with Pat.
Yeah, Nitrocross was a blast. I mean, I had a lot of fun in that family sort of environment. Hi everyone, my name is Gruszka. I'm the driver for the Green AP Rally team.
Stay 3 right minus, stay into 4 left.
The season was sort of goalless in a way. Maybe not goalless, but sort of just learning the car, especially the first time stepping into something that's very professional as Hyundai makes a car that's raced around the globe. So for me, it was just learning the car, getting up to speed versus everyone in the field in ARA RC2 class, like Tom Williams and everyone in between, like Kyle Tilley and all those guys. So I was super happy that we managed to drive sort of smart this season and pull off the championship.
I'm Florian Barral. I'm co-driver for the Green APU team. I come from France, and I'm co-driver since I'm 16, so now 13 years ago. And yeah, I come to race here with Patrick and the team since last year.
Slide right long, silence 8 up the small crest, 40.
Patrick is an easy driver to work with. I mean, he's young and very curious about learning so many different things. And it's easy also to work with him because he wants to be more involved in this sport on the sport part, but also he wants to make the things move on the right direction for the championship here in ARA. So overall, as a driver, he's a good driver, and the improvements are good too, especially when you see the result this year. So yeah, good. It's good to work with him.
Working with Florian has been a blast. I mean, he's a great guy. Always brings great energy in the car, and so I always have a blast with him. He's very professional as well, so I'm super happy that I can work with top-tier co-drivers, especially here in the States. So yeah, it's been very fun. He's improved my notes a lot, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you, Florian. I hope to see him next year. I can't say one, because there's a top 3 right now. It has to be Southern Ohio Forest Rally. It was really well put together this year, and I had a blast. Missouri is always really fun because you're going flat out, and that was definitely in the top 3. And then the last spot is tied between LSPR and Ojibwa. I love all the rallies, but it's just like those two, I can't tell. I can't tell which one's better.
Well, hard question, that one. I want to say, if I really have to choose one, I want to say LSPR, the last one we've done, because I love nature, and then you know, we are coming here in Michigan, in the forest with all these colors and everything, and stages are fun. The first day is quite fast, the second day is more twisty, but overall it's a fun event. So yeah, I would choose that one if I have to keep one.
I'm going to say this right now because I feel like this is going to release a little later when we become more clear on things. But we released the full schedule as a sort of a tactic to the competitors, see who would react to it and who's going to sign up for events, just to sort of get a feel for who's going out there. It's all super preliminary. Don't think we're going to make Snowdrift just because it's one of those events to skip, unfortunately, for now. It's a little too slick and too much risk for the season, especially after coming off such a good season with the car. I'd hate to come out to the first event and absolutely destroy it, because I know this season I'm going to be pushing quite a bit harder. Last year was tactical. Now we're going to go into stupid, just to see how far we can make it. But yeah, I think Missouri will be the first rally we compete at. I think that's the plan for now. Car, all the way back there, is about to be re-prepped and all that fun stuff. So hope to test it soon. I mean, it's a great car to run. I'm trying to find a contrast in like what I like and dislike about certain types of disciplines, and there really isn't much that you can dislike about motorsports. Anytime you're in a car is a good time, but rally is one of the sports where it's you versus yourself, so that's something that's really great. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to prove to yourself that you're the fastest out there, and that's sort of what I miss a little bit, because now you actually have to shove yourself into corners and bump off cars, which I don't really like, because it just makes everyone feel bad and hurts stuff. But it's rallycross. Say that's rally, but now it's rallycross, right? Shout out to Espen. Hope to see you soon. But yeah, plans for next year. There's a lot of different plans that are right now out there, and sort of just polishing it all together, see what's really possible at the end of the day. Hope for the most, hope for the best, plan for the worst, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it seems like there's going to be a lot of good competition in rally this year, especially with Travis coming back, Brandon coming back. We're going to be fighting for third now, and the RC2 is looking like it's going to be stacking up pretty nicely as well. So that should be a lot of fun. We all decided to go mini golfing and it started pouring, and then Florian decided to go through the waterfall. I'm very sorry about that. He's very immature. I apologize. It's bad. I do not recommend doing that. It's awful. But yeah, that was a really fun time. We're gonna make it a tradition now, where every event we find a mini golf course. Yeah.
Official or unofficial moment?
Yes!
No, I think the last special stage in LSPR, it was something special in the car with Pat. It was just an achievement of all the season and all the effort the team are putting together since not only this year but all the year before. But yeah, especially this year, because now Green APU is also the sponsor of the series. So yeah, it's hard to explain what we can feel on the car when you just finish the last stage. You know, it's very emotional, and I guess you can only live that when you are on the rally car.
Yeah, snowdrift is one of those very tough events where it's sort of drive to survive, making a little F1 comment. But you sort of pucker your butt cheek and hope you make it to the end, because you're driving on ice 99% of the time. So going into that event, it was a really big focus for me just to sort of survive. And I think we did just that. I mean, we maybe didn't have the best finish, but at the same time it was the first event in that car, and especially in slippery conditions like that. We made some setup changes into day 2, and that definitely helped tremendously. Thank you to Rafael for recommending those changes, and from there we sort of enjoyed the drive a little more, but still we're definitely teetering on the edge.
Snowdrift, what an incredible event. You are reaching over 100 miles per hour on snow and ice without stud. So yeah, one of the most difficult rally, I want to say, because of the grip condition, the road condition, especially this year. It was melting and then freezing again during the night, so it was quite sleepy. But yeah, very challenging event. I guess to start the year we secured good points. We were not on the podium overall, but it was a good way to start with a new car, the Hyundai i20 Rally 2. So no, good event, tough, but I had a lot of fun. I mean, I like when it's difficult, and this event was very difficult. We had some stages also by night, one long stage, and this one was so cool. I'm doing rally because I like to fight against myself and against all the elements, you know, and when you are doing rally, you are just you, your driver, the car, the road, and nothing else matters.
100 Acre Wood was Ascend also. It was sort of the turning point in the championship in a way, some people could say, because our competitors starting to have a little bit more issues, and unfortunately Tom blew a servo at that event, which gave us the win, which is good. The first day we were battling with Tom pretty well, back and forth, but then day two he started taking away on the more technical stuff. So it was unfortunate that it had to be that way, but that's rally at the end of the day, as Espen would say, and we just keep moving forward.
Back on gravel for second event. No snow anymore, but I guess the temperature was even worse than snowdrift. First gravel event of the year. It went well, actually. 100 Road is a nice event. You can have different kind of stages and ground. Sometimes it can be a little bit rough. We have some dips. But overall, a lot of fun. First podium also. So yeah, good memory. Overall podium, we secured third place overall. So no, it was a nice event for us. We continue to improve our pace with Pat during this event. First time, as I said, on gravel, so you have to find new adjustments regarding the setup and your pace note compared to snowdrift because it's a total different event. So yeah, we had some, I don't want to say problem, but we experienced something is to make a stage without pace note because the radio shut down. So yeah, we have to talk with the hands. So that's also part of the co-driver job, you know, you try to explain and describe the pace note to your driver only with your hands. So yeah, we only have 5 fingers, so when it's from 1 to 5 it's okay, but when you begin to have, because we have a 1 to 9 system, so when you begin to have 6, 7, 8, 9s, you have to find another way to describe these turns. So yeah, it was interesting, but luckily we only experienced it once during the year, and I guess it's enough.
Washington, we decided Florian had some conflict in his schedule, and we had the WRC test event where I sat in with John and he sort of helped my notes. So we wanted to keep that progression going where we kept making the notes better and better, more tidy and things like that. So John knows that rally very well, so it was very nice to sit with someone very experienced, someone who ran with Brandon Seminook and plenty of other great drivers like Dave Carpetaya. I hope I said that right. I'm really sorry, but Texas Dave, I butchered it, that's for sure. But yeah, going into that event, I've never done it before. I've heard many stories about that event, and just another one of those that I just wanted to write good notes and sort of carry that for the next season. Oh, and Tom also crashed on the power stage in Washington, and that sort of gave us a little bit of an edge. So we were in second place. Oh, there's a lot that happened at Washington, actually. We got a penalty, 3 minutes, 10 seconds or something like that for speeding on transit, and after some not negotiations, but sort of debating with the organizers of the rally, they sort of acknowledged that it wasn't really our fault for getting that penalty, so we sort of got that waved away, and then Tom just blew away from us because those conditions are the same as Wales, so he was flying. We weren't touching him, but then decided to make a last-second push on the power stage to get some good points, and made a little bit of a mistake that caught him out, and fortunately he rolled and wasn't able to finish the rally, so that was a bummer as well. But once again, good for our points, so yeah.
This is not another story. This is not another drill. I refuse to be another number now. Never staying down. This is something real. I'm a name that you'll remember. I am more than just a thrill.
50 through deep 8 right, long over crest, tight and 7 into mid crest.
Ohio is one of my favorite events, but when I ran in the Mirage, it was one of the toughest events I've ever done in my life. It was one of those that I remember getting to the finish, I was like, no way, we finally are here. So it was definitely a battle, and this year it didn't seem as much. Maybe I'm more in season and conditioned a little better than that first season, but it was a very, very fun race. I actually really enjoyed that one, and I don't remember where we finished in that race. Ah, right, I think Tom had another issue with his car or something like that, right? And then, yeah, so we managed to actually get first place in class, so RC2. Ah, no, Tom got stuck on the stage. That's what happened. So yeah, Tom got stuck on the stage, and there was a red flag on, or the red cross on the stage because some miscommunications, and then we ended up sort of maintaining our lead for that rally and ended up finishing up first in class. So that was also very good for our points. It's a common occurrence for this season where small mistakes sort of built up and the points really matter at the end. So yeah, Ohio was a really fun race. I really enjoyed that one. Not because Tom made a mistake, but because it was just a pleasant rally to drive. So I had a blast.
Ohio, nice event. Really, really nice event. I think I can choose this event and to say that it's in my top three event. We already had a lot of fun last year, and I guess we even enjoyed more this year, even if it was a dusty event. We had some problem with dust, but yeah, I mean, it was for everyone the same, so we can't complain. It's part also of the game. I mean, we are here in the area, but back in France, I already had the problem with that in WRC2. So yeah, it works like that. But luckily, we did it well. We went safe where we need to went safe. I mean, there is no point to push on the dust when the gap between the cars are already big. So we just have done the event like that, and overall podium again. So yeah, great memory. A lot of fun on America's Best, the power stage. This stage is awesome. It's fast but not too much, twisty but not too much, cut but not too much, crest but not too much. It's incredible. I mean, the feeling here was good. Quite sleepy because of the loose and all the dust. But yeah, there is also one long stage which is a complete hell. I mean, we have a memory from last year with the Mirage. We almost went off on that stage. We went a little bit wide, and luckily Pat saved it. And then we recognized the turn during recce, and yeah, we say this year it will be a tricky stage, and it has been a tricky stage. So yeah, but no, overall good event, good improvement too for the because I skipped 2 events, Olympus and Oregon Trail Rally, and so it was interesting to see how Pat improved between 100 Acre Road and here in Ohio. So yeah, I was proud of him.
New England Forest Rally is a rally that I only ran once in my career, and it was the first year I ever ran in a limited 2-wheel drive Fiesta. So I was sort of looking forward to Concord Pond and all those really fun stages, but unfortunately there was an incident where one of our fellow competitors passed away on one of the stages. So that was an event that we decided to withdraw out of, and then eventually it was canceled. So not really much to say, and aside from the fact that it was one of those sad events.
Unfortunately, I guess the rally community here was totally shocked about what happened, and yeah, I mean, that's not the way you want to end an event. So we know that it's what we are doing is risky, but you never think about the worst, and when this happened, I mean, it was a real shock for everyone. The event, actually, the organizer tried their best, I'm sure about it, to make a nice event. It's really fast, that's for sure. But yeah, there is not a lot to say except that this was a hard rally for everyone, and our decision to do not start again on day 2 was made in respect and in loving memory for Erin Kelly. And I guess everyone can say it's the right decision or it's not the right decision. Everyone has his own opinion, but yeah, I guess a life is too precious compared to just a race.
Yeah, the Boone Forest Rally was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we did not finish because we don't really know why. We had some part failure and we couldn't make it to the end, but overall I had a blast. I'm for sure going to go back next year because it was just one of those gruesome sort of Grease style events where you just have to not make any mistakes and don't cut anything and really watch your driving style. So it was a lot of fun. And then we skipped Ojibwe because we made Nitrocross in Utah as well. So I was sad to miss Ojibwe because it's one of my favorite events. And I think it's one of those gems that not a lot of people go to because it's not really close to any events, but it's definitely worthwhile because the roads are beautiful out there. But yeah, Nitrocross was a blast. I mean, I had a lot of fun in that family sort of environment where it was, the crowds were filled. It was sort of sold out show, I think, for the first or second day. Yeah, I mean, excited for more Nitro, that's for sure. LSPR is one of those events that I have a vendetta against. The first year I ever raced it in the limited two-wheel drive Fiesta, I did pretty well, so I was happy about that. But now going into the second year racing, we had a little bit of a crash that broke my hand. And so going in this year, it's a little bit of a nervous sort of thing where you're like, you don't know if it's going to happen again or you're going to be fine, or, you know, so you just sort of send it and hope for the best. And this year it managed to go not too bad.
LSPR, wow, such a cool event. One of my favorites of the year, that's for sure. I love this event. Already last year, I loved it. It was muddy, it was a complete hell too. But unfortunately, we end on stage 2 last year. So the target was to go further this year to reach the finish line. That's what we have done. And with both hands, because Pat broke one of these hands. So yeah, no, both hands, finish line. And it was the perfect way to end the season. Second place overall, first in category. A lot of fun, the stages are amazing, the color and the night. I mean, it's not very often that you can experience night on gravel. And when you reach such a high speed on this forest is so cool. It's not rough at all, very smooth, you have a lot of grip. And the roads too are twisty, and you have everything in these events, in fact. And that's what I like. You have to adjust everything, your driving style, the setup of the car. And it was hard because it was raining, but on the same time it was not muddy on the ground. We still have a good grip, but we did some small adjustment on the setup. But it was cool to see Pat feeling the difference also, because it's part of the learning style, I want to say. If you want to be a driver, your job is not to just go fast. You have everything around. And yeah, I mean, changing the setup and everything was a good thing also for his feeling confidence and see what's going on when we touch the clicks, the roll bars and stuff like that. So good event, good pace. We take it easy. We decide just to push on some places. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, good event, one of my favorites. And yeah, if I have to choose one event, for sure it will be that one.
But yeah, like looking into Phoenix, it was one of those events for us that was a little rocky because, I don't know, I just wasn't my track, I guess, to be good at and quick. So I had my first barrel roll, which was a lot of fun. I went for a little roller coaster that wasn't intentional, but at the same time, it was good development to keep going forwards. I got that out of my system, so I'm happy about it. My inevitable first roll came, and I sort of wish it was a little more rolls to make it more exciting.
Oh, you do you?
But unfortunately, but fortunately, it was one that didn't hurt us too much and didn't hurt the car that bad. So we were able to come out the second day as well. So, you know, it's good for us. More seat time in the car, and I'm excited because this nitro stuff is a new endeavor for me, and I've never really done wheel-to-wheel stuff aside from karting back in the days. So just to see the translations between rally and a different discipline of motorsports, which is both asphalt and, or I mean tarmac, I guess, in a way. Tarmac and gravel at the same track. It's really cool to see that. SoCal, don't really have a good nickname for this, but it was a desert storm, Operation Desert Storm. It was a lot of fun. I mean, 75-mile-an-hour winds, tents blowing away. It's really windy and I can't see. Sand in your eyes constantly, but the track was really fun. I was surprised by the track because it was shorter. This is good because this is the most recent event, so I remember it the most. But SoCal day one, we had a great run. Finished P3 for the weekend in the final. The whole weekend, I think during practice we ran the fastest Joker time, which is really cool. And then going throughout the events, we were always qualifying around P3 or P4. I think the only time I fell back was in the semis or one of the heats where I fell back to 5th because of my mistake in opening up too many lines and openings for drivers. But then again, it comes down to experience on wheel-to-wheel racing and things like that. So it's just something I have to polish up on a little bit, becoming a little more defensive and grow in a pair, I guess some could say. But it was a good event. So day one P3, day two P6 because we got pushed into a wall a little bit. Probably my fault. Could have been a little more aggressive on that. And we went into a wall. At that point, it was just cruising for us to make it to the end, trying to configure different racing lines and see what the car can really do. But it's interesting to do that now, this late into the season, and sort of this weird transition between the old White's car. Now three beautiful machineries we have behind us, but transitioning to the new FC2, which will hopefully get to test, fingers crossed, in Las Vegas. 500 horsepower, well, 450 horsepower, 550 with push to pass. Turbo 2.4 liter engine, 2.3 liter engine. So that'll be definitely a beast. That's been popping wheelies, so that'll be fun. But yeah, LA was a tough event, just the environment, how windy it was, all the fans that came out. Still, even if the weather was like that, it was incredible to see. Just the commitment to the sport, which is awesome. I mean, something unlike anything. It's really close to Formula One style stuff, so it's cool. People come out from all over to see these events, and I'm having a blast, so I can't complain. I mean, can't wait for Vegas. Counting the days on the calendar, so.
So the conclusion of the year is that I really enjoy my time with the Green APU team. We have now many people involved and who are working on the right direction in order to make everything happen. So thanks to them, because nothing is possible if you guys are not here. So thank you to be here. Special thanks to Art. I guess he's someone special now in the rally in the US, and I really enjoy my time with him, and he made this possible. So special thanks to him. Special thanks also to the organizer and the volunteers, because same thing, if you are not here, it can't work. So thank you to be here, thank you to be volunteer, and thank you to just let us know having fun on the car. And thank you also to all the sponsors, the people involved who are working alongside us. It's something special to feel the support from them and from the team and from everyone. And you know, I remember, I have one story to tell you. When I was children, back in France, my parents were involved into rallying too. They were driver and co-driver. And then I was look at the car and I said, one day I want to be like that. And you know, I still have stars in my eyes when I look at such a cool rally car like we have. And to give also this to other people and to share this with the other people, it's a special feeling. And I like Parc Exposé because people are just coming and say, hey, what are you doing, guys? It's so cool. So yeah, I'm lucky enough to do it. So it's just because of you, so thank you.
I should have started this video out with thanking everyone from Rafael, who is the best engineer I've ever worked with, who made all my setups, and really without him, none of this would be possible. I know I say that a lot, but every member of the team is very, very special. So Rafa, he handled all the setup things, any problems that I had or concerns about my driving, he was able to hash out really quickly. So that's a big part of our development this season. Arthur helping out with everything from the mechanics side, and Adam and Martin and everyone else who helped in throughout the year. So massive thank you to them, because without them, I couldn't be sitting here right now as RC2 champion of America. So it's a great feeling that I have a great team behind me.
There is such a big team and a lot of people involved behind. So like you, for example, so media guys, all the mechanics, and when you look at, we didn't have any issue with the car during the year, so yeah, no, it was just a cool year and cool people to work with, and everyone knows his job, and it's working like that also on a professional team, so I want to say that Green APU now it's a professional team.